Oh yeah, you don't think I'm gonna go a Friday night and waste a good Friday night to bring you Friday Night Lights, do you? You know why? Because I'm committed. I am committed. Committed to doing things when I don't want to, committed to my potential, committed to my future, committed, man. So it's Friday night. I'm out getting a walk in the subdivision. I've been in Nashville the last 2 days working on the new Greatness Factory. That place is going to be sweet. And when I say sweet, unique is a word I want to use. One of a kind. Desirable from other people around the country. So I got home, been loving on the little man, Elias, and told my wife I'm going to get out and have a walk. Why? Because I'm committed. I got to do Friday Night Lights, babe. I know I'm tired. I know I'd rather just go to bed, but I got people that I'm committed to, which are people out there who are enjoying this Fight the Funk series that I'm doing. Now, that Greatness Factory, this is a big word for you, that I'm building in Nashville, I'm building out in Nashville, ain't going to be cheap. It's going to be incredibly expensive. It's going to be a big obligation. And even one of my good buddies today said, you don't need to take on anything else, man, while you're doing that. It's going to be a big obligation. I said, let's replace that word, obligation, with opportunity. Where there's big obligations, there's big opportunities. See, I don't see it as an obligation. I see it as a commitment. There is a difference in life between being committed to something and being obligated to something. Obligation, your heart is not involved. Commitment, you're all in. So when you start to do big things in the world, number one, I was thinking about this today when I was in Nashville. Some of you are in a funk because you ain't doing anything big. You need to do things that are big enough to scare you. Like it creates a little bit of tension in your life. Creates a little bit of anxiety in your life. Right? Creates a little bit like, man, I don't know if I can make it work or not. So I got to figure it out. I got to get in there and find a way, which forces you to get better. It forces you to get creative. Now, here's my point. I don't have my selfie stick tonight. I'm working that muscle, right? Working that muscle. It's back in my vehicle, so I apologize. So yeah, so here's the deal. Tension, friction, frustration, it's not a bad thing. Some of you have been in a funk for the last 30, 60, 90 days because you're doing small things. You're not committed to them. You don't even excite you. You're bored with you. You're bored with your results. You're bored with your own outcomes. Right? You're bored with what you're doing. And when you're bored, you get in a funk. You get stuck. You get complacent. So, I think as you're thinking about this, the one thing I want to tell you is one of the reasons people stay in funks in their life is because, they just can't get excited about, look like that vehicle is driving itself. Come on. Come on, Tesla. That's cool. So when you think about it, you're bored. How y'all doing tonight? Good. You're bored with what you're doing because there's no enthusiasm. That word enthusiasm means God within, by the way. Something deep inside of you telling you should be doing it. You should be taking it all the way. You should be maximizing your talent. So you're in a funk because you ain't maximizing anything except excuses. I've got a iconic picture at my Greatness Factory, the one in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, that says you can't deposit excuses. And ain't that the truth? People who are not producing in the world find a way to make one thing. They don't make money, they make excuses. And you can't have both at the same time. You can't have excuses and money at the same time. So I was thinking about this. I'm down in Nashville the last 2 days. Incredible energy. Building out the Greatness Factory. It's going to be a game changer, man. And I was thinking about the very first thing a person's going to say to you is, man, it's a big obligation, man. You got to be careful. You're right. Here's what they're saying. Don't take on any risk. Where there's big obligations, there's big opportunities, guys. I'm going to find a way to make it work, because what's our mindset? It's going to be a fight, but dadgummit, we're going to find a way to win. It's going to be a fight, but we're going to find a way to win. That's the mindset. Okay? Trust me. The real money to be made off the greatness factories is once people come to Nashville and see this is 1-2 blocks off downtown Broadway. I'm going to be selling vacation packages. I'm going to be selling private office space, private club, meditation spa, podcast studios, training facility, auditorium, dinner halls. Man, it's going to be incredible. Okay? But then Brad Blazer's going to want one in Houston, and Amanda Williams is going to want one in North Carolina. Somebody's going to want one out on the West Coast. Brad Lee may want one in Las Vegas. I was telling Brad Lee, you need to have a Lightspeed office at the Greatness Factory. If you're a top attorney, you need to have an office in the Greatness Factory. Why? Circulation, energy, people. You don't need more money, you need more people, folks. You don't need more money, you need more people. So, if you're out there and you're in a funk, I want to postulate to you tonight that it is because you don't have any big obligations. You don't have anything that scares you, because you don't have anything that frightens you. You don't have anything that pushes you. So what do? You just get bored. And when you get bored, you go looking for trouble. When I was a high school teacher, I heard something once. The kids get into trouble between 3 and 6 p.m. because they're unsupervised. Well, adults get into trouble when they're unsupervised. Let me say it another way. Adults get into trouble when they're not coached. It's Coach's house back there. I didn't turn the lights on outside. Adults get into trouble when they're bored because they ain't doing anything that matters. And they got no supervision, meaning nobody helping them, nobody prodding them, nobody pushing them, nobody coaching them. No accountability. They're accountable to nothing. So, Friday Night Lights tonight, guys, is, do you have some big obligations? There's something that scares you that I'm going to tell you 100% you need to do. There's something that scares you right now, big commitment. I've been wanting to build greatness factories, guys, literally for 3, 4, 5 years. I've had a vision. I've had a drawing. I invested $100,000 on drawing the greatness factory up. Just the plans. Not even one shovel in the ground, right? I decided I'm going to do that in Nashville, Tennessee. That's the first great city I'm going to do it in. Then I'm going to take it and franchise it or license all over the world. And I'm going to become known as the person that brought greatness factories. So, if you're out there, I want to encourage you. Big obligations equals big opportunities. Change the word. It's not a big obligation. That's a big opportunity. Fight the funk in your life. Quit being all funked up because you're scared to do what you mean to do. We got a guy in our coaching program, Monster Producer, has wanted to write a book for 37 years. He gets into my program, finishes the book in the first 60 days. I'm telling you. We got a guy in our coaching program right now, said he saw me 2 years ago, wanted to sign up then, didn't. He's been telling people, man, it's the dumbest thing I ever did. It was a mistake waiting 2 years to take action. I've made those mistakes. See something I know could help me. Scared to take action. Scared to invest anything. Scared to play at a bigger level. Hey, it's big obligation. Big obligation. Big obligations equals big opportunities. I'm going to finish with this. Big commitments equals big opportunities. I'm Coach Burt. I believe everybody needs a coach. Fight that funk by getting off the freaking bench and into the freaking game. That's what I'm going to do. Let's go.